Okay, welcome to the City Council Public Safety Committee. Today is March 3rd, 2020. We don't have any minutes to approve tonight. We're going to approve it next time. Public speak time. Now is the time for the public to speak for whatever is not on the agenda. If you guys want to say something that is not on the agenda, now is the time to talk.
Oh, you
can you please say your name and address? Just for the record, please. Thank you.
My name and my what address?
Name and address.
Okay, Melissa Flanders. I live on Clark Street. Address 27 Clark Street. I am here. I just want to check in to see if anything is going on in regards to Clark Street, because we were here once before, inquiring about what could be done to slow down the traffic. Yeah, and I just hope something can be done. I just want to see what I can do to help out.
Thank you.
Vestibule at 8 Clark Street, same thing, just checking in, want to show that we haven't gone away. We're still here, people are still speeding.
Yeah.
A car flipped on our street for the second time
Like
in the year.
2 weeks ago, I think, right?
Yeah, right. So they come, I think, coming flying around that corner, which flipped. Luckily, no one was killed. We talked about the street sign, just for the record.
Yes,
The speed sign.
Yeah, I have a meeting with the chief tomorrow morning. I will talk to him to bring the signs again.
And maybe.
Oh no, the other signs. The signs.
Both sides, yeah.
Yeah, the other signs. I will talk to DPW about that.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, you can.
I have a question. I don't know the rules and laws and all this, but that there's a thickly settled area thing, and that often can be a 25 speed limit. I've seen another, I think Northampton has an area that has the 20, residential has a 25 versus the normal 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if we could look into that's something, I think towns have to do something. I just don't, but it's a thickly settled area and it's 25 feet. And I forgot, I've looked at the Mass State Gov site, and I don't know if that's something we could do.
Yes, I just wanna be clear with you. I will probably the answer, but because part of the agenda, we're not supposed to deliberate
That's
an
fine.
answer.
But well,
I mean, eventually that, yeah, but
that's fine.
yeah, as soon we get to the topic, we can
sounds good.
discuss it.
Okay,
yeah.
sounds good.
So
Alright.
it is on the agenda.
I just wanted to, as a note though.
Yep. We can.
And then we can.
Sounds good, thank you.
Anything else? There's no other? Okay. We don't have any new businesses, and I want to start with the letter that we have to the DOT. I think the letter is perfect. That I think we should bring it to the full city council and ask for the approval and sign, so that way we can send it to the DOT. We send this letter this morning to you guys. I don't know if you have time to read it during the day. I know sometimes I'm really busy too, so I cannot read the emails, but I will give you a few minutes to read it if you need it. If you see something that we can change, we can do it before tomorrow meeting.
Yeah.
But I think address the concerns and the money about, we are talking about Main and South Street.
So I would just say we should strike out this and go find another word for God forbid.
Yeah, please.
If we should just make it.
Just eliminate N. Eliminate N.
Also, that's a run-on sentence. Just take some like grammar.
Just a little bit of grammar.
If he said it in a Word doc, I can grammar.
I think he sent it.
No, we can fix that without the approval.
Yeah, and he said to bring a laptop so we could wordsmith it.
Okay,
Exactly, and
okay.
we can approve it
All right,
and
okay.
then just fix that because that's the simple stuff.
Yeah.
The grammar is
Yeah.
Don't care, don't worry about that now. Yeah, I know. Just don't think about it.
Okay. Pretty well is with,
Yeah.
however, so, however, do you want to work something out?
But the other thing we can do is, it's no super rush with this because basically this is a recommendation letter to the DOT. I mean, I prefer to bring it tomorrow if we can, but if not, we can do it to the next meeting and we can take a look of the grammar.
Well, it seems like we could do it now
Yeah,
or tomorrow. It's not a big
okay.
deal.
Yeah, it's not, just a little bit of
Yeah.
wordsmithing is
We really need this
easy.
project, it's very expensive, period, however, just something about,
Just,
however, we see this as urgent.
urgent because of increased traffic to
Yeah.
the new school
However, we see this as urgent.
and the danger of intersection.
Can I have one word?
You can have anything.
I think that's really,
That's a bit,
yeah.
Can you please accept and send us a copy as well? Email, please, so that way I can print it out and send it tomorrow. Thank you. I will take, my recommendation as chairman, we can remove, because of the 78 million South Street intersection with a prejudice.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah, and let's move this to the full council.
Yes, let's move to the full council. Yeah, I will take a motion to move
So moved.
this letter to the
Second.
full council. Those in favor?
Aye.
oh, I sorry.
Thank you.
And do you wanna, just a thought, do you wanna just, until we get an answer, do you wanna leave this on until we get an answer? In case we wanna, follow up? Cause I mean, it doesn't hurt to have it on there.
True.
I mean, maybe we should just see what they say, and if they don't say something that's satisfactory, then we can go from there.
Okay. Yeah, no, we can, yeah, no, yes, I like the idea. I just was thinking about not keeping the agenda for,
Yeah,
because I don't know when they're gonna answer, so
Who knows?
could be 6
Well, if
months.
it's like the BPW, it will be
Yeah, it could be
6 months.
Could be 6 months and we have that topic in the agenda, and that's why I say with a prejudice.
Right.
So that way when they answer, we can bring it back.
Yeah.
But it's okay to me to keep it in the agenda too, I'm okay.
Do you mean waiting for the council?
No, for
just,
the
just wait for
DOT.
the, I
Wait for the
mean,
DOT?
like he might come back and be like, well, you need to do ABC.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you never know.
Keep it on the agenda, I'm okay with that. I don't have any problem with the agenda, so we're gonna move this tomorrow for the full city council. So,
Maybe we can go to resident speaking concerns, and that way we can,
yes, I'm going there now. Yeah.
because we did get a letter back from the BPW, so we can give you an
Yes.
update.
Oh,
I think I
Alright.
shared it with them.
Oh, you did get it?
I didn't.
The Facebook.
I don't know
not?
if everyone read it.
Oh, I put it in the Facebook.
Oh.
There you go.
So, did you share this?
So
I'm part of the Clark, I'm part of the Clark Street Dennis.
Really
Oh,
looked
okay.
like
Yeah.
And the recommendation?
Yeah, I shared it, but now you,
Yeah.
Alright.
she can.
Let's move to the resident speak concerns. We received a letter from BPW and DPW both with a few recommendations. Excuse me. One of the recommendations is that we as a committee, we can do basically a study and evaluate a few things that is on this page. Or we can create a committee, and that committee basically a comprehensive traffic calming program. And it's a step to follow and everything to see what we can do as a city. I think the best thing that we can do, and this is my recommendation to this committee, is create a committee from the community and see different opinions, different residents from different part of the city. They have different view of this problem, and figure it out together what we can do to mitigate the speeding in our city.
The purpose of the committee is to identify where we need traffic calming
Yes.
interventions and also find the appropriate interventions. So the committee would comprise members of the community, members of DPW, engineering, emergency.
Yeah, I can mention a few. The committee
Yeah.
identify potential traffic calming location. The committee evaluate potential traffic calming location using ranking sheets to help assess the severity of the problem. For community driven projects, priority side, those that already have gained community support through the neighborhood networking and meetings. Committee select projects through ASET by municipal staff and consultants. The committee has an engineer analysis conducted, collected accident data. They can have the data from the police department, conduct traffic counts and record travel speeds from the police department, and then other.
And this is the process laid out by the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like a documented process.
So it's not Mass DOT stuff.
No.
No,
No.
because it's a city, so
All
most
city
of these
stuff.
streets are city streets, other, like that letter we're sending, that's where Route 10 is
Oh,
a city
State.
highway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
for example, changing speed limits on a city street, that's within the purview of the city.
Well, when we had that last meeting, when the DPW guy was here, he said if you get the MassDOT and they come in and do a test, they'll probably raise your speed limit. Because
That's-
everyone goes that speed.
Yeah.
And that's where he left that, so it's like, this sounds better.
The ci-
That we
I
can do
mean,
something within.
Yeah, but this came from the BPW, the board.
Now, can you
Oh.
They're the
tell?
board, the board of public works.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. DPW, the department.
okay, yeah, right, okay.
So that makes me feel better.
Yes, so my recommendation for to this committee is that I will have a meeting, I can schedule, or two things. I can schedule a meeting with the president of the council to talk about it, because at the end she will be creating the committee and the mayor, because she's going to appoint those members.
Yep.
And then came with the results of those two meetings, the mayor and the president of the council, and the next meeting discuss about that and send it to the full city council to create the committee.
I think that's fine.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think we do the committee, that gives us different opportunities to find funds to do things?
Yes,
Different grants, city money, or?
it's a list of what the committee should do, and they will bring to the city the solutions to
Which would include funding.
They will be do that.
So this will be a slow process.
Not gonna
That's
be
the only,
overnight.
that's the only
Like-
thing,
Not gonna be
that's the
overnight.
only.
Yeah, like most of this stuff.
I mean, and we did do research into what it would cost to put in speed humps.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and so, and they're not prohibitively expensive.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, they're $6,000 roughly,
Wow.
with the signs.
And but something that we have to be clear with everybody, we don't have the power to
We don't.
tell DPW to
No.
do it.
Right.
Right.
You know, is we only can send a recommendation to them, saying this is what we think you can do or we should do to mitigate the speed in Clark or any other street in the city. But at the end of the BPW and DPW make the decision.
Can we look into what it costs to get those permanent blinking speed lights like Williston has put in?
Yes.
Permanent ones,
Yeah.
so the
Permanent
ones
ones.
that, because that's,
We
I
can do
think it
that.
needs Clark Street needs potentially a combination of things.
Yeah, it's a conversation that I can have. I can include that conversation with the mayor.
Yeah, and we definitely
And,
know what those costs are.
Yes.
Yeah.
You bought them,
I mean, well, the city didn't buy Wilson's,
so
but
but there's some,
there are some down here.
but those don't have the,
Yeah,
Speed
she's talking
limit,
about the
I'm talking about the
blinking
ones-
and the speed
Right.
limit,
speed limit,
like
not just the blinking
the new
ones.
one. Yes,
Have
yes,
a
the
seizure
yes,
every time I
yeah,
drive by?
yes, this one.
Yes, the lights, I feel bad for them.
I'm gonna go like
It's
that.
exactly those ones.
Yeah.
Right, they don't have to necessarily flash, but just show, because the one that was on the street, on Clark, didn't show the
I
speed
don't-
that you're supposed to be
And,
driving,
and I
right,
don't
just your
think
speed.
in Northampton Street, going to Northampton, I don't think they have they have the speed
They have, well,
signs,
it's
but I
on the
don't
speed,
think-
it's on the speed limit sign, and so, and it's right underneath
Yes,
it.
yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
And I
it
like that,
flashes,
and I
so
like that.
That's
one's
a little
good.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
the
the one on Park Street is very seizure inducing.
I don't need
Yeah, right.
flashing, I
Right.
need the speed limit.
Right, and
Yeah,
like they're
it's
saying,
really
people
yeah.
just don't realize how fast
I
they're
will,
going.
Yeah, it is.
I will add that to the conversation with the mayor and to see how, because then it's about money.
Yeah.
Well, and I know the police department was looking at getting more of those, potentially.
The
And is that
temporary-
cheaper
the
than
temporary
speed
ones?
The temporary ones that they move
It should,
around,
It
so.
should be,
probably
right?
cheaper, yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and I think DPW would be more happy having those than the
Well, and the,
Because of the plows in the winter, they
well, and
can't get
also the
over.
police,
but
when
in,
But they do it
but in
in-
Northampton, yeah,
I
that's what
know.
I'm saying.
They don't-
Northampton,
they
Westfield,
Yeah.
they have it, and
Yeah.
they work with it.
Yeah, it doesn't work well.
Yeah.
can someone look into that thickly settled area thing that I mentioned earlier, the lowering the speed limit to 25?
I will,
25 would feel like glacial on that street. I don't think it would do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I
can you
would-
imagine driving
35
through
Williams Street, is it Williams Street in Northampton is 25 miles an hour.
What's Williams?
It's a cut-through street.
Oh, where's that?
Clark.
So there's a lot, there's a, it's
35 is like the default.
30 is
Is it 30 or 30? That's
30, ours is 30.
Now there is
Yeah.
35?
But there's no sign, I think you're supposed to assume it's 30.
Oh, really?
But people go 40 on average. And
Yeah.
people go 50 flying by my
Oh, yeah. And then we're talking about the
This
white
says you can
lines.
reduce the statutory speed limit from 30 to 25 and 57.
Is that?
Or we'll find out what the speed limit is exactly there and what we can do. I will talk to the DPW employees, find out about that. And again, I will set up meeting with the mayor to talk about this and how we can implement the new committee. The other stuff, the other topic that we have, for all businesses, we tabled the last time until we get more information. So,
Were you talking about the white line, painting white lines on Park Street?
Yeah.
yeah, the idea came from DPW, yeah.
Yeah, he said he's
And,
already
yeah.
planning to do that.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they're,
Yeah.
yeah, usually they're waiting for the good weather and when it's warmer, yeah.
The white lines would be right next to it.
Yeah, it's part of the solution too, those ones.
Remember when we were at the meeting last time, you said it needs to be 11 feet from the center? You just see how close they are.
I can make a copy of that,
Oh,
I'll give it to you.
Oh,
Can I have a copy too?
Sure.
Yeah, I will make a
Yeah.
copy, at the end of the meeting, I'll
Thank
make a copy.
Okay,
Yeah, so that way you can have all the information.
okay.
Anything else? Anything else you guys want to add? No? Nothing else?
So your next step is you're talking to
I will make a
comments, resident comments.
and for the committee
You're gonna-
and decide to see how much if you get the money. You do it. Okay. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
But those in favor?
Hi.
Aye. See ya.
That was it? Wow.
Wait.